Two sisters are desperately searching for a third.
It's beyond painful.
Their pain evident from their tears and worry of not having a clue where Alicia McQueen may be.
I just pray to God nothing happened to my sister. Like, she would never just, not contact someone. This is going on 3 weeks.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content. Detroit is the largest city in the Midwest state of Michigan. Affectionately known as the D, it is the automobile capital of the United States. But this city is best known as the home of Motown Records. It has birthed so many amazing musical talents. But just like any other major city, crime is inevitable. So when a young woman comes up missing in 2018, many are not sure if the Detroit streets have claimed another victim or if there's more to the story. 27-year-old Alicia McQueen was a beautiful mother of 5 children. She enjoyed being a mom, and she did everything in her power to make sure her kids were well taken care of. Life wasn't always easy for Alicia, though. At a young age, she was diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar. But she was determined to never let that affect her ability to be a great mom for her kids. At the age of 19, Alicia met Gregory McQueen. He was the man of her dreams. Their relationship was a whirlwind romance, and the two got married shortly in. Things started out well, but the two started a family very quickly. Within 6 years, they already had 5 kids. As you can imagine, taking care of a family of 7, it was definitely financially draining, and it caused a lot of stress between the couple. Gregory was the breadwinner, and Alicia was a stay-at-home mom. Living off of one income with 7 people, I can only imagine. The two argued constantly about money. Gregory was known to be abusive almost right from the start. He was a 3-time convicted felon with a short temper and a huge appetite for liquor. It was not uncommon at all for him to be physically abusive to Alicia. The relationship was just extremely dysfunctional, marked with infidelities and physical altercations between the two. It was one of them relationships where you just knew if something didn't give, somebody was going to get hurt. By February of 2018, Alicia was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and she packed up herself and her 5 children and moved in with her sister. It was definitely a difficult transition because she basically left with nothing but the clothes on her back. With Gregory being the family's sole provider, Alicia didn't know how she was going to make it, but she knew she had to leave that relationship. On the night of March 7th of 2018, Alicia was at home with her kids when she decided to make a quick run to her local gas station at about 8 p.m. The gas station was only 2 blocks away, but yet when her sister returned home at about 12 midnight, Alicia was still gone. She literally just disappeared and was never seen after that. When Alicia's sister asked her niece, Alicia's oldest daughter, what happened to Alicia, her daughter stated that her mom left to go to the store, and shortly after leaving, she had gotten a text message from her mom that simply read green F-150.
Desperate for answers tonight after a mother of 5 vanishes. 27-year-old Alicia McQueen, last seen on March 7th near her home on West Warren and Trumbull, and that's where Jermont Terry is standing by now. The search now into its 3rd week, Jermont.
Yes, and Devin, this woman has a birthday coming up next week, and it leaves her family to fear that something horrible has happened to her. Now, I can tell you one thing, that she was last spotted near this gas station right off Warren, and tonight that family is beyond desperate. I want to show you one thing. In this gas station here, the family, they've been all throughout Midtown posting flyers just like this, just trying to find a tip. Alicia was last spotted walking down Warren just off Trumbull. That was on March 7th. But before she could get home that night, the 27-year-old mother of 5 vanished.
Her children need her. Her family needs her.
Alicia's youngest child is 1, the oldest is 10 years old. The children are asking constantly for their mother.
So I'm trying to keep their spirits high.
But with each passing day, Alicia's family fears the worst.
We just want her back home. She would never disappear like this. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to believe. I'm praying.
Community members are getting the word out.
if I give you a flyer of a young lady that came up missing in this area?
Friday, they hit the neighborhood to drum up awareness in Alicia's disappearance. Alicia is bipolar, but hasn't had an episode in years.
She was taking care of herself, taking care of her children. She was taking her medicine. Was no odd, strange behavior, nothing like that before she disappeared.
And again, the family just looking for her, hoping to get a sign. The children most definitely asking for mom. If you've seen this woman in the area or know anything about her disappearance, contact Detroit Police or Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in Midtown tonight, Jamrat Terry, Local 4.
Police and family searched for Alicia, and of course they interviewed her husband. He claimed he had no idea where she was. He was at home on tether, which is like house arrest, where the police put a tracking device on you and you're only allowed outside during certain periods of time to go to work. But the craziest thing about this story is Gregory was on tether for breaking into Alicia's sister's home and pistol whipping her and her sister. Apparently, he was wearing a ski mask at the time of the home invasion, but Alicia told Detroit police she knew it was her husband and she was willing to testify against him. So 5 long months go by with no leads until August 25th of 2018, when a man teaching his daughter how to ride a bike in an abandoned field comes across skeletal remains encased in cement.
We begin here at 5 with human remains found in an empty lot in Ecorse. State police investigators are now working to identify those remains.
They were found this afternoon near the intersection of West Jefferson and Mill Street. Priya Mann comes in now live with a lot of questions here, Priya.
Yeah, that's right, Devin. And just take a look behind me. This is the abandoned site where those human remains were found earlier this morning. I want to give you a sense of what's around this abandoned site. It's a lot of homes. There's a lot of homes in this neighborhood surrounding this abandoned site. Throughout the day, while investigators were doing their work, neighbors were coming out to see what was going on.
It's rather shocking, actually, especially when it's close to home.
Human remains were found at an abandoned site Friday morning on Mill Street near Jefferson in Ecorse.
Lots of state troopers, detectives wander around the property, flying drones, searching corner to corner.
Investigators combed through the old industrial site, collecting evidence, leaving markers, and carrying large white bags.
It's been years. Probably a good 10 years since I've seen anything going on here. It's just been an open, empty field.
A drone was also used in the search. Ecorse, Detroit, and state police spent hours carefully looking through the brush. As time passed, the crowd of curious onlookers continued to grow.
I grew up here, and I just never really seen nothing like that around.
Ecorse police won't comment on the investigation except to say human remains were discovered.
I feel terrible. That's no way to end up. No way to end up.
Now, multiple law enforcement agencies are involved in this investigation, but Ecorse police are taking the lead. At this hour, Detroit police will not confirm whether the remains found here are connected to a missing persons case from Detroit. We expect to learn more in the coming days. Reporting live from Ecorse, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
The husband of a mother of 5 whose remains were discovered in a vacant lot in Ecorse stood silently as he was charged with her murder. Gregory McQueen was denied bond at an arraignment today. And this all comes as we learn horrifying new details in the case. And as our Priya Mann reports, the victim's family waited months for this day.
Alicia McQueen's family reported her missing in March. Then in August, police were called to this vacant lot in Ecorse after someone discovered body parts, some of which were encased in concrete. It was Alicia, and now her family says they want justice for the mother of 5.
Case 180484, State of Michigan versus Gregory McQueen.
The 30-year-old Detroit man was charged with open murder, accused of killing his wife, Alicia. They had 4 children together under the age of 10.
We're going to make sure they're taken care of, and God is going to be with us regardless.
Alicia's family says McQueen had been violent before.
I'm not surprised that this is what happened to my sister, but there's a lot of regret because I feel like this could have been prevented. She was even talking about leaving him when this happened.
The couple had been together for 7 years. In March, the 28-year-old woman was reported missing.
Just waiting, couldn't locate her, didn't know where she was. It just brought stress on the family, so we're trying to get closure.
Like my uncle has said, it's been very hard for the family, the 6 months of not knowing, praying for answers, and it's not the outcome we hoped for.
Last month, investigators found pieces of cement embedded with human remains in a vacant lot in Ecorse. They later recovered clothing and more bones. Officials determined it was Alicia, the missing mom of 5.
She was very sweet. She was a very loving person, very friendly and very forgiving.
McQueen has been in and out of jail before, but now faces life in prison, accused of killing the mother of his children.
And we come from a loving family, and she didn't deserve all this. And we just want her to be at peace.
And those 5 precious children are now with family members. The family has set up a GoFundMe account to help cover funeral expenses and care for those 5 kids, all under the age of 10. If you'd like to help, we have that information up on clickondetroit.com. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
On May 14th of 2019, Gregory McQueen accepts a plea deal. He's sentenced to 27 to 40 years in prison. During sentencing, he does apologize to Alicia's family and also to his children. In my opinion, the apology was not heartfelt at all. He appeared to have a smirk on his face the entire sentencing hearing, and that was irritating my soul.
To my children, I'm sorry that y'all have to go through this. I pray that one day you all reach out to me with questions. I love y'all. To my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, Lisa and Charles, I pray that you find it in your heart to forgive me. My actions was not intentional. To my mother and family, I love y'all and thank you for being here for me. I'm sorry. May God bless every one of you all with the strength to move forward with life.
Okay, thank you. My heart truly goes out to Alicia's family, and especially those children who now have to grow up without a mother and a father. This is one of those cases where I just almost wonder if more could have been done sooner. If you are experiencing domestic violence in your relationship, please get out. Use the quickest, safest way possible and do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. As always, loves, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content.